Chapter 3. Scarlet stood there, trying to understand what had just happened. She was so full of pain and anger that she picked up a vase and threw it across the room. It smashed into many pieces. Suddenly, she heard a laugh come from a corner of the library.
"This,"
said the voice,
"is just too much."
Scarlet turned around quickly and saw Rhett Butler sitting on a couch. "What? It's you! Where did you come from?"
"I was trying to take a nap, my dear. I was sadly disturbed when you and your gentleman friend came in and interrupted me. Isn't young love wonderful?"
Rhett said, smiling. So this horrible man had heard everything. "You should have let me know you were here, Mr. Butler," Scarlet said coldly.
"But, Miss O'Hara, it was you who disturbed me. I was here first, my dear. I know that those young Southern fools out there don't like me, so I came in here to take a nap."
Scarlet was getting angry again. "Don't you know that spies—" she began, but Rhett interrupted her.
"Spies, Miss O'Hara, often hear very entertaining things. I have had much experience in spying."
"Sir," said Scarlet, "you are no gentleman."
"And you, Miss O'Hara, are no lady. A lady would never have treated Mr. Wilkes as you did just now. But I don't like ladies. They are boring. You are a girl of rare spirit and courage. I am full of admiration. Although I cannot say I understand your precious love for Ashley Wilkes, I see nothing good in him to love."
"Oh, you rat! Why, you aren't good enough to clean his boots!" cried Scarlet, red with anger.
"And you said you were going to hate him for the rest of your life."
Rhett said, bursting out laughing. Scarlet wanted to kill him. Instead, she lifted her head and walked out of the library, slamming the door behind her. She ran up the stairs as fast as she could, hoping that no one had seen her. As she was about to enter the ladies' resting room, she heard several girls talking about her behavior with the boys earlier that day. Scarlet was angry and insulted. It wasn't her fault if all the other girls' boys liked her. This day was turning into a bad dream. "I've got to get home to Tara," she thought desperately. "I've got to get home." She wanted her mother, Ellen, to comfort her. Then the truth of the situation hit her. Even if she went home, it would do no good. Ellen could not make this problem go away. Somehow, she would have to learn to deal with Ashley and Melanie being married. She would have to live at Tara, knowing what had happened between her and Ashley in the library. She might have to see Ashley all the time. It was too horrible to think about. Suddenly, she saw Charles Hamilton coming into the house. Without knowing why, she walked down the stairs to him. His face was red, and he was breathing hard.
"It's war, Miss Scarlet. The great war against the North has begun. We're all becoming soldiers and leaving for the battles."
So there was going to be a war after all, thought Scarlet. At that moment, Charles was thinking that no one could be so beautiful. He found all his courage and asked bravely,
"Miss Scarlet, I have something to tell you. I love you. Will you marry me?"
Scarlet stared at him. Her heart had grown cold and still, and it seemed that after that day she would never feel anything again. In 1 second, she decided to say yes. Charles was almost engaged to Ashley's sister, Honey Wilkes, but who cared about that? Honey could find another husband. Why not marry Charles? He was just as good as any other boy. Better, even. It might even hurt Ashley if I do, thought Scarlet. Oh, she wanted Ashley to hurt the way she did. So she smiled sweetly and said yes.